that interview that Alex did with the two other fellows over Woody Allen, that was one of my favorites in just terms of one of the fellows absolutely refused to discuss Woody Allen beyond a Jewish perspective.
Yeah, and he was a Jewish. I think he was Jewish.
Sorry?
I think he was Jewish. The guy. I believe. I can't remember.
Still, he was so hermetically sealed within that concept that he refused to analyze. I can't understand Woody Allen beyond a Jew.
And Woody Allen's a good example. Is like, if you look especially at his early films, his early great films from the early part of his golden era, sort of Annie Hall, Interiors, Manhattan, Stardust Memories. Most infamously in Stardust Memories, his fans turned on him thinking that this is Woody Allen. No, it was Sandy Bates. And it was Sandy Bates within the film, made presumably by Sandy Bates. So it had a shell within a shell. It was one of these Russian dolls. We can't see that, though, because Sandy Bates looks like Woody Allen. And this is what gets to the idea that, oh, because the Woody Allen characters talk about, or he has sex with an underage girl in Manhattan. Therefore, he must have molested his 6-year-old daughter 14 years later, even though there was absolutely no physical evidence and no evidence of anything else again. And by my even pointing that out, I'm somehow a bad person that's in favor of letting Roman Polanski roam free around the world and rape young girls, because, of course, Roman Polanski is Woody Allen and another guys. They're both Jews. So you get all of these kind of ridiculously meta things. And this is one of the reasons too, like why in these plays, in my second play especially, and also in these long books, Vincetti Brothers and A Norwegian in the Family, I use these meta techniques because you get these motherfucking assholes like the Dave Eggerses and the Thomas Pynchons and the David Foster Wallaces that try to be meta. And all they're doing is they're dancing on the pin and saying, wee, look at me. I'm saying that this is a novel, and I know that it's a novel, and even though it's a piece of shit novel that I could wipe my ass on, I'm being meta. Well, why don't we actually take some time and use some of that joy, that energy that has you dancing on the pinhead, and actually write something. I said about this crazy girl who's the New Age con artist. If she spent enough of her life focused on writing well as she does on lying about her past and creating this meta world where she speaks to God and ghosts and whatnot, she might have become at least a passable artist instead of a hack. But people don't apply the right things in the right ways. They are, in a sense, like Francois Meljean, they are always missing the point. They have, even if they have an ability like Francois Meljean does to get some parts of the reality, some deeper things about his captain, my captain Elias Walker, he misses some very obvious things. There's a blind spot to him, and most people have blind spots all over the place. And great art cuts through those blind spots.
How do you